Hey everybody, it's Ragged07 with you. It's the 31st of July and it is 3:14 p.m. Sorry, I was just looking at something. I thought somebody was messaging me and I was about to say, you know what? You could wait. Unless you're dying and then you would call and I mean, really, can't be that important. But nobody is texting me. Um I'm not a big chatter. I don't like to chat much. I chat with very few people. Um, as I get older, I don't like to type, and I don't want to get like the dragon natural speak, which I do have. But I don't want to use that for chat because if you're like period, comma, colon, exclamation point, send, enter, I mean, it's just not fun. So I would much rather just do vlogs. The only thing is I do not post my vlogs on my wall on Facebook because I find that this is my diary. This is um, inner thoughts that I don't talk about in real life too much, right? Um, or somebody would say, "Oh, you got that all wrong," like a family member, um, and I just don't want that. I don't. People, you got to have something that's that you cherish, that's sacred to you, that only you and the people that um, have like minds share is very important. Um, I I have done a couple vlogs on Facebook, like posted them there, and the one I got in a whole lot of shit for because a lot because well, I called them out. I called her out because I don't think that we should lump ourselves into one category, and we need to break free of these stereotypes. And by what she was doing was not giving a good example. Okay. Um, so, in about 15 minutes worth of words, I let her know. And other people know that you can't do that. If I looked at myself and said, well, I can only have this kind of friend or that kind of friend, wow, what a pathetic life I would have led, you know? But I went to a regular public school and I hated it just like any other kid would have. Went to dances, mostly in junior high school. We went to the dances because the high school dances were really stupid because the older kids like the seniors or whatever would get drunk and just ruin it. We still just wanted to dance and they were like getting totally piss faced and no, I don't want to deal with that at the time. I'm really like I don't like to deal with drunk people, like overly drunk. you know Happy is one thing, but stupid is another. Can you stand up on your own? That's the question. Uh, are you going to trip over everything? Don't schmooze me. I hate that. Don't schmooze. Um, there is, certain times in your life where you remember things from your childhood. And this is what I'm going to talk to you guys about. I think this is probably a good idea because the other stuff is just too heavy, and I don't want to add more problems to people's psyche that they already have. But because it was a what if question, and I think I'm going to say that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. Anyway, um, okay. When you're a child, and did anybody have imaginary friends? You know, please comment if you did, whatever. Well, you still might. Who knows? Um, I did not have childhood friends, but I'm talking about imaginary friends. Sorry, imaginary friends, and I actually I did have one. Um, I have the ability. As you can ask any of my close friends. I can give any scenario, okay? and just go on and on and on and get you to think that it's a real deal. You know, um, it, it's like, can you imagine if that's how I started? You know, but it's just like fantasy. It's not, it's nothing heavy or anything like that. But when I was a kid, I had a place that I went to in my mind. And I don't know if it was to escape the pain that I was in as a child or physical pain, or if I actually went there because it seemed so real to me. And I can remember getting excited to take my nap. It's like, come on, Dawn, let's go take a nap. Okay, because that's when it would happen. And it was almost like a trance state. And these people, they were people, um, were either my guardian angels. I feel nothing that they were evil. Nothing. You ever see that one? Oh my gosh. I think it's, I can't remember. I think it's called The Haunted or something. And they show like ghost stories and stuff. And this one little kid had this quote imaginary friend called Mr. Man. And he ended up to be a demon. And, Mr. Man wants me to slit your throat. That kind of stuff. Sick. Just sick. Um, but no, it was nothing like that. No. No, these were really nice people. It felt like I was like in another world. And it was like in the woods. And there was this little green house. It was like a cottage, It's kind of like one of those little tiny houses like they have nowadays. But it was green, like kind of like a darker olive color green. Um, and there was usually, I remember one friend in in, in specific. Blah, blah, got tongue tied. And for all intents and purposes, if he was on this planet, people would think he was gay. Really. He was very flamboyant, very fun. Let's do this, let's do this. And, they were all things that I could do to get. I was not in my body, folks. I went there and he was just so nice. Maybe he was my guardian angel. I don't know. But I remember calling him Tulips. Don't ask me why. He had to have been. Like, maybe he's one of my gay friends today. I don't know. But there was just something very unique about this guy. And he was so bright. I mean, he was just very smart and told me things that he was always happy and excited about things, you know. And wow. Okay. I just had an idea, but I'm not going to go into that. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Weird. Okay. Oh, I see what that was. Okay. So anyways, it was just, we had a lot of fun together. And it was just like running through the woods or sitting around talking or whatever. Um, but the last time that I went on one of my adventures, and I'm talking like this is stuff that happened before I was 5 years old, okay? And I know this because my mom and I were living with my grandparents at the time, and I remember it so vividly. It's crazy. I mean, I even remember laying in the bed and going into this place, and I was not asleep. And I wanted to tell everybody what happened, but I knew they would think I was crazy, because I was always telling, like stories like, I'm one of these people, imagine this, or what if that, that kind of thing. And was it my imagination going wild or what? I don't know. But the last time, they were all there, and I wasn't allowed to go back in the house, okay? And I was like, okay, so, and everybody just seemed very somber in a way. And they were like, you can't do this anymore. I'm like, what? Can't do this anymore. Well, um, okay. And they just said, we love you, and you're going to have a great life. And we would be together again. Um, because of the nature of my disability, perhaps these were people that had not yet been born yet. But I knew while I was wherever, in transit, I don't know. Um, it was so cool. And I do remember that there was no physical restrictions on me. None. I was running around and everything. And I was older than what I really was. Um, it was like I was like a teenager, like maybe early teens. And I had no idea what it was like to run, you know. I was usually flat on my back, healing a bone. Um, but it's nothing to feel sorry about, okay? Don't go, oh, you poor thing. No, no. Because I'll tell you something, that shaped exactly who I am today, okay? I do not regret being born this way. I do not regret never taking a step in my life. Um, I regret some of my actions, but I think anybody does. Everybody does. And so that's kind of weird that we do that, but it's part of the learning experience. And um, so let me know if you guys have ever had this as a kid. As an adult, no, I don't. But like I said, I could write a book, and if I had better grammar and writing skills, so to speak, I probably could write a heck of a good book. I have the imagination for it, but I can't go to places like I used to go to when I was very young. So that is my story, and I will talk to you guys, I'm hoping, tomorrow morning. God bless you. I love you. Be good. Be nice to each other. Peace be with you. Bye bye.